So with your confirmation, I'll continue. Please confirm whether you're able to see the screen with the decision tree algorithms being named. Next algorithm ID3C4.5. Okay, so we will continue with the discussion. Uh, so I was discussing about decision tree using greedy strategy. Okay, so greedy strategy is these local decisions are made, appropriate decisions are made at that point of time, depending on the circumstances at that instance, and best decisions are made at that point of time. For example, during this lockdown period, so with the available options, the best decision that could be we could make was conducting online classes. So based on the prevailing scenario, based on the existing situations, based on the resources available, we made a decision at this point of time that online classes are best. So based on this principle, so these algorithms work. That's it. So few, yes. One more point you should note here. So all this stuff was already covered. I will not repeat it. One more point you should note down. That is, decision tree is a supervised algorithm. It requires supervision, meaning that what? It requires training. You need to train this, meaning that when you are building a classifier or a classification model which is using decision tree, okay. So this model cannot do the required task on its own, starting from the first iteration, starting from the first point. You should train it. You should train it after having this training process, then this model, this classifier can give you the desired outcome. Okay. So all these type of classifiers which needs to be trained comes under supervised. Okay. Supervised. See, try to understand this. Supervised. Okay. So initially you are taking care of this classifier. You are ensuring this classifier is trained. Now what will be the opposite of it? So there are few classifiers, few algorithms which may not require any training. Okay, so they can directly start working and they can decide to which class this record belongs, this data object belongs without any training. So obviously they are unsupervised. So anyhow, we will explore it in further instances. Once again, few more aspects of decision tree have discussed here because having a strong fundamental knowledge is very much important. If you're strong with the fundamentals, exploring further issues, further aspects will be simple for you. So, I could once again try to explain what is decision tree and what is classification in a different context. So this is my database. You can see this is my database. What is there in a database? You are aware what is there in a database? It is records. Records will be there. So records are data objects. And each data object will have its own attribute. For example, consider a student record, which we are exploring from the beginning of this subject, student record. So in a database, there will be hundreds of thousands of student records. So each student record will have attributes like so name, address, USN, marks, skill set. Now, can classification play a role? Okay, in this particular database? Yes, definitely. So based on the criteria I define, classification mechanism can help me decide to which class this record belongs. For example, now I'll define a criteria. Okay. Criteria is please help me arrange the records in terms of the locality of different students. So we have some 1,000 records. The records should be arranged in such a way that students coming from Mysore, all those records should be at one place, that is one class. Students coming from India, okay. So records of all those students should sit in one place. And similarly, other localities you can see. Okay. Now, this is a typical classification problem. Now, how to do this classification? So, as I already mentioned, take the first student record, okay, give it to the classifier. I need to have a classifier in between. I think I missed out writing notation. There is a classifier in between. Take this record, give it to the classifier. What the classifier will do? Please note it is a supervised model, meaning that it has already been trained for this. It has been trained. Trained for what? Trained for going through the attributes like name, USN, marks, skills, pin code. Okay, it has been trained to do the same. Go through the attributes of that record and decide, okay, to which class that record should be put. Okay. For example, if the pin code is starting something like 570, okay, maybe the classifier has been trained to identify it as maybe some location in Mysore. So it will put that student record, maybe student record of Anil to the class A, which is Mysore. Okay. So this is a typical classification problem. Um, yes, I have the next one. I have here supervised classification. Okay. So already I told you what do you mean by supervise? Okay. Supervise means we are training. We are giving training to the classifier, to the algorithm. Okay. How you give the training? So training will be given based on the historical data, okay, previous records that are available with us. So with the records that are available, we will train the algorithm. Now, you assume you have completed with the training. You need to know how accurate the model is able to do the classification. Okay. Given with a new record, given with a new instance, can this classifier which has been trained, again I'm repeating, just now I have trained this model. Okay. This was my classification model. Okay, this is my input data that is there in the database. This is the class to which the input data should go and sit, either class A, class B, class C. Okay. Already I told you this classifier will not do this task on its own. Okay. It needs some guidance. That guidance itself is supervising. You're supervising it. It needs training. How training will be done? Okay. Based on the previous data that was available, it will be trained. Okay. And machine learning is one of the mechanisms, very popular mechanisms to do the same. So this model needs to be trained. The training itself is supervision. Now we will assume the training process is complete. Obviously, naturally, you'll be curious about the accuracy of this model. Given with a new record, given with a new situation, can this record classifier classify the data accurately? If so, what percentage of accuracy is being achieved by this classifier? So this will be a natural question. Okay. So obviously, if you buy a new mobile phone, you'll be curious regarding the performance of that mobile phone, is it not? In similar lines, you have built a classifier, you have built a classification model, you have trained it. So naturally, you will be curious what is its accuracy? Can it do the required intended job? Okay. Now, what is the solution for this? So the solution for this is what we call as testing. Okay. So training and testing go hand in hand in supervised learning. So supervised learning involves training that we already saw. So that is what here are written. Train. You need to train the model. But once you complete with the training, you need to be sure about whether the classifier is doing its intended job as per the expectation, as per the required accuracy. So for which, once we complete with the training, we go with what is called as testing. So what is testing? So testing is, I will select a record for which the information is already available. Like I know this record belongs to this class. I'll select such a record. For example, in this case, I know a student by name Anil is coming from Mysore. I know that. Okay, I have that information. But still, just to test the new classifier that I have developed and that I have trained, I'll give the Anil record to the classifier. Okay. Now, what you are expecting from the classifier? What you are expecting? So the record of Anil, it was given as input to the classifier. You are expecting that record to be put in class A, that is Mysore. Okay. That is the testing that you are doing. Please note, my classification model was trained. Okay, whether this trained model is working correctly, okay, I need to determine it. Okay, I need to be sure about it. For which I am doing the testing. Okay. Testing is, I will take a record for which the information is already available. I know Anil is coming from Mysore. I'll take the same record. I'll give it to the classifier. Okay. So if the classifier successfully completes the classification, that is, if it determines Anil is from Mysore, it means it is successful. The learning is successful. It has happened as intended. Okay. So now we saw a few more terminologies here. We saw supervised mechanism, supervised learning. Okay. We understood classifiers, classification requires supervised learning, that is, it requires training. Okay, it cannot do things on its own. You need to train this. You need to train this model. Okay. And once you train this model, you should also test the model. So if you have understood what is supervised classification, okay, what is supervised classification, if you have understood what is training, the importance, the need for training, if you have understood what is testing, okay. So once again, I want your confirmation. Please confirm whether you have understood these terminologies: supervised classification, training, testing. Okay. Please give me confirmation so that I can proceed further. So a few more examples have been explored. You can see. Take few minutes and I'll complete it. So that you have just now listened to what is classification, how things are happening, what is decision tree. Now with this final exam set of examples, definitely you will be able to link everything and put everything in place. Because that is my belief. So now take this first example. This example is doing a required classification of what the particular person should eat, whether he should eat pizza, pani puri, or whether he should not eat. It's a funny example, but still these type of examples will help you remember what is happening. Okay. Now, obviously, these are the class labels. Class A is whether the person should eat pizza. Class B is whether he should eat pani puri, or Class C is whether he should not eat. Okay. So these are the three class labels. To decide on which label the flow should take, the transition should be done, we have a model, so classification model. Okay. Now we are aware this is a model which has been trained based on the features or attributes. Okay. Now what is the attribute that you will give to make this decision? Okay. So these are the few features, few attributes. So whether the person is hungry and he has sufficient money. Now you may ask a question. How this classification model will decide based on these features, these two features. Okay. So already we explored decision tree. Okay, so the same has been marked here. So this is the decision tree, which will help me decide whether the person should go with pizza or pani puri, or whether he should stay without eating anything. Okay. So this is the thing. So among all the available attributes, one attribute is very crucial. Okay. So hungry. You may ask how to decide, how to know which attribute is very crucial, which attribute should become the root node. So we have mechanisms to compute that. Okay, we will explore it at the later part of the module. Okay, so we have mechanisms to decide which attribute can be a major game changer, can play a major role among the available attributes, and obviously that attribute will become the root node. Okay. We have numerical, computation mechanisms for it. We will explore it in problems. Okay. Now, just now you assume this attribute is very crucial, whether the person is hungry or not. Okay, so that will become the root node. Now, this attribute can have two values, yes or no. So if the person is not hungry, directly we arrived at a class level. You can see what does the class level mean. Do not eat. The person is hungry. We should not force him to eat anything. So now we directly arrived at a class level. How we got to know it's a class level? It's a leaf node. You can see it is in a rectangular block. Only incoming edge, no outgoing edge. So we will assume he is hungry. The person is hungry. Now we need to decide whether he should. Now the thing is he should eat something. Okay. At this point, the decision is he should eat something. Now, what he should eat? Whether he should eat pizza or pani puri. Okay, that is the next question. See, I made a statement. Carefully crafted questions to reach the leaf node. Okay, to reach the final decision, not the intermediary decision. Now it's an intermediary decision. What is the intermediary decision? The person should eat something. Okay, that is an intermediary decision that has been done. Okay, but still that intermediary decision is not helping me decide the final class. It is not helping me decide whether he should eat pizza or whether he should eat pani puri. Okay, that intermediary no, it's not helping me do that. Now, for which I need to have one more question, one more node introduced into the decision tree at the next level. The same has been done. See, what is the criteria that may help you decide whether you want to eat pizza or pani puri? So many criteria may be there, and one of the basic criteria is how much money you have. Okay? For example, we will assume maybe less than, just I have taken any example here, less than 200. If you have less than 200 rupees, so obviously, so your choice will be what? This one, this class, Pani Puri. Okay? And if you are greater than 200 rupees, you will go with this. Okay? So this was, as I told you, just a funny example to understand the concept of classification, the significance of a classification model, attributes being used by classification model, the model being trained, and how classification model is being realized through decision tree. Okay. So this example was somewhat beneficial to you. Hope I'll be very happy because whatever discussions were done in the previous instances, all the reflections of all the discussions you can see in this example. So in tomorrow's session, we will continue with few more examples. Okay. Some are very funny, like what you just now saw. Okay. Few more examples you will see. I think I have not scanned it in topic. Anyhow, I'll scan it and upload. So in topic 2, you have that. So the more the examples, more clarity and better understanding. So we will try to explore as many examples as possible regarding what is classification, classifier, classification model, decision tree, nodes. So we'll build a story around all these terminology, all these aspects, and we'll try to be more clear with this. So if this session was meaningful and it has helped you understand, please give me confirmation, and with your confirmation, we will just disconnect. Okay, so please give me confirmation whether you understood the classification model or classifier. Okay. and decision tree used by the classification model. Please give me confirmation with which we will disconnect. For any queries, you can unmute yourself. You can have a discussion here. You can even type a message in the chat box, or even you can call me later also. But please get your queries clarified. Then and there itself. Do not carry. Please confirm whether you understood. Okay. Okay, so thank you for your participation. So we will disconnect.